You wake up and feel as if something profound has shifted. The world around you looks the same, yet everything feels different. You sense that you've crossed a threshold, but you're unsure of when or how. The air feels charged with a new energy, and time seems to bend in ways that defy logic. You're living in two worlds at once, the one that has always been and the one that is emerging. This is the subtle opening of the fifth dimension, a shift in consciousness that invites you to see beyond the veil of ordinary reality. The feeling is elusive, almost like you're waking from a dream into a more vivid and expansive reality, one that speaks in symbols and signs you can't fully grasp. Perhaps you've felt the stirrings of a deeper truth for a while now, an awakening that pulls you towards something more than the mundane, a longing for answers beyond the surface. You've started to question the nature of reality, your place in it, and what it truly means to be human. But how can you be sure? How can you know that you're already living in this expanded realm of existence? In this journey, we will explore the 4 unmistakable signs that show you've already stepped into the fifth dimension, the realm of higher consciousness and spiritual awakening. Together, we'll uncover the shifts that signal your soul's ascension into this new frequency of existence. The fifth dimension is not a place but a state of consciousness, one that transcends time, space, and the physical reality we are accustomed to. Carl Jung understood that the psyche has the ability to tap into realms of existence beyond ordinary perception. He described individuation as the process of becoming whole, of integrating both the conscious and unconscious parts of ourselves to reach a higher state of being. The fifth dimension, in Jungian terms, can be seen as the integration of the conscious mind with the unconscious, bringing light to the shadowed corners of our psyche. It is an elevation of awareness, a state where the individual is no longer bound by the limitations of the ego, but instead experiences a greater unity with the universe. This shift is more than personal growth. It is the realization of the collective unconscious, where we connect not only with our own souls, but with the interconnectedness of all life. To enter the fifth dimension is to undergo a profound transformation, an initiation that links your personal psyche to the universal consciousness. As you move into this higher state, you begin to embody archetypes of greater wisdom, such as the sage, the healer, and the visionary, becoming more attuned to the subtle patterns that guide the flow of life. This is a journey not only of personal ascent, but also of collective awakening, where the self merges with the greater whole. As Jung once said, as soon as anyone is on the verge of a great change, they find themselves more conscious of a deeper pattern of life. The signs of this shift can be subtle, but they are unmistakable for those who are ready to perceive them. Let's explore the 4 key signs that show you are already in the fifth dimension. Sign number 1. A profound shift in perception and awareness. The first sign that you've entered the fifth dimension is a profound shift in how you perceive the world around you. What once seemed mundane or trivial now carries deep meaning. Everyday moments that used to pass unnoticed now feel rich with significance. You begin to see connections between everything around you, the synchronicities that seem to follow you, the flow of energy, and the intricate web that connects all things. You notice how thoughts, emotions, and actions are deeply intertwined, shaping the world in ways that were once invisible to you. The world no longer feels random or separate, but rather part of a greater, interconnected whole. Jungian psychology tells us that this shift is a natural progression of the individuation process, when the conscious and unconscious minds begin to merge, creating a more integrated self. As you cross into the fifth dimension, the boundaries of time and space begin to fade. Your perception shifts from seeing yourself as an isolated being to recognizing the vast interconnectedness of all life. This heightened awareness is not just a change in how you think, it is a radical shift in your consciousness, allowing you to see beyond the limitations of the ego. Jung referred to this as the opening of the self, where the mind expands beyond the confines of the personal and begins to experience the universe as a living organism, with each part of creation playing its role in a grand cosmic dance. Symbolically, this shift in perception can be likened to the opening of a new eye, one that doesn't just see the physical world, but also the hidden energies and forces at play beneath the surface. You start to notice things you never saw before, how the wind touches your skin like a message from the cosmos, or how a seemingly insignificant interaction carries deep cosmic meaning. It's as though you've stepped out of the limitations of the ego and into a boundless realm of awareness, where everything is infused with purpose. This heightened perception is the embodiment of Jung's idea of the transcendent function, the ability to synthesize opposites, to hold contradictions in unity, and to experience the world from a higher state of consciousness. When you begin to perceive the subtle energies that flow through all things, you know you are attuning to the frequencies of the fifth dimension. Sign number 2, increased synchronicity and meaningful coincidences. As you step deeper into the fifth dimension, one of the most striking signs is an increase in synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that feel too precise to be mere chance. These moments often appear when the universe aligns perfectly with your thoughts, intentions, or feelings, as if it is responding to the subtle shifts within you. You might think of a person, and they reach out to you moments later, or you open a book and find a passage that resonates deeply with your current state of mind. These experiences are not random. They are the universe's way of affirming that you are in alignment with a higher flow of consciousness. In Jungian terms, synchronicity refers to a causal connections, events that are not linked by cause and effect, but by meaning. As you enter the fifth dimension, these meaningful coincidences become more frequent and more apparent. They serve as signs that you are no longer struggling against the current of life. Instead, life itself is supporting your journey. The world around you seems to conspire in your favor, bringing forth guidance and validation from unexpected sources. Jung saw synchronicity as the language of the unconscious, a bridge between the personal psyche and the greater cosmic forces. In the fifth dimension, your thoughts and intentions begin to manifest more rapidly, and the universe seems to respond with precise timing, as if everything is falling into place according to a grand design. This can feel like stepping into a cosmic dance where events unfold in harmony, each piece clicking into place with purpose and meaning. Synchronicity becomes your guide, leading you toward the true path of your soul. It shows you that you are not alone in this journey and that there is a deeper order to the world than you once realized. For example, when you are contemplating a decision, you may receive a subtle sign in the form of a song, a conversation, or an image that provides clarity. The more open and attuned you become to these moments, the more you will notice how often they happen. This heightened sensitivity to synchronicity is a clear sign that you are attuned to the frequencies of the fifth dimension. The universe, once distant and mysterious, now feels like a constant companion, guiding you toward greater alignment with your true self. Sign number 3, heightened intuition and inner knowing. As you step into the higher realms of consciousness, the third sign that you are in the fifth dimension is a deepening of your intuition and inner knowing. This heightened sense of perception goes beyond the rational mind, moving into the realm of subtle wisdom that guides your actions, decisions, and understanding of the world. You find that you no longer rely solely on logic, external validation, or past experiences to navigate life. Instead, you begin to trust the quiet whispers of your soul, the intuitive nudges that appear when the logical mind has no clear answers. It's as though your inner compass is more finely tuned, guiding you effortlessly toward what is aligned with your higher self. Jung saw intuition as the bridge between the unconscious and the conscious mind, an inner knowing that transcends rational thought. In the fifth dimension, this connection to your intuition becomes sharper, allowing you to access deeper layers of wisdom that were previously hidden. The more you trust these intuitive insights, the more they expand, opening doors to new understanding and perspectives. This is the unfolding of your inner archetypes, the sage, the magician, the healer, who act as spiritual guides, helping you align with your soul's purpose. Symbolically, intuition is like a quiet river that flows beneath the surface, unseen yet deeply influential. It's the instinctive knowledge that emerges from the depths of your being, often felt as a subtle pull or a flash of insight that leads you in the right direction. In the fifth dimension, this inner guidance becomes your most trusted ally, helping you navigate the unknown with confidence. An example of heightened intuition might be feeling drawn to make a particular decision that defies logic but feels deeply right, or sensing a connection with someone before you even meet them. You might find yourself instinctively knowing what to do next, even in moments of uncertainty. This is a sign that your connection to the fifth dimension has deepened, and you are aligning with your higher purpose and spiritual guidance. As you move forward, this intuitive knowing will continue to grow, leading you to experiences that resonate with your soul's truth. Sign number 4, a sense of oneness with the universe. The fourth and final sign that you are in the fifth dimension is the profound sense of oneness with all that is. As you awaken to higher consciousness, the boundaries that once seemed to separate you from the world around you begin to dissolve. You begin to experience life through a new lens, where everything, nature, people, the cosmos itself, is not something external, but a part of you. This deep, almost ineffable connection to the universe is the ultimate manifestation of unity consciousness, where you realize that you are inseparable from the source. In Jungian terms, this sense of oneness aligns with his concept of the collective unconscious, a shared psychic realm that connects all human beings. Jung believed that the unconscious mind is not merely individual, but part of a collective, a vast pool of archetypes, symbols, and experiences that bind us all together. In the fifth dimension, this awareness becomes visceral and deeply felt. You realize that you are not just an isolated individual, but part of a greater whole. This is not just an intellectual understanding, it is an embodied knowing, where you feel this connection in every cell of your being. The symbol of oneness is the circle, a shape without beginning or end, representing unity, wholeness, and the continuous flow of energy that connects all things. In the fifth dimension, the circle is no longer just a symbol, it becomes a lived experience. You begin to see yourself as part of this cosmic circle, no longer cut off from the fabric of existence. This shift allows you to transcend fear, separation, and the illusion of limitation. You begin to understand that all is interconnected, and the universe is not something to be feared or controlled, but embraced as an integral part of your being. In practical terms, this may manifest as moments of deep peace and harmony. You may find yourself looking at the sky or a tree and feeling an overwhelming sense of unity, a deep recognition that you are part of the same life force that flows through all things. You may even find that your relationships, once defined by separation and ego, begin to feel more harmonious and connected as you perceive others not as separate beings, but as reflections of your own soul. This is the experience of oneness with the universe, an awakening to the profound truth that you are not alone, but part of a vast, interconnected whole. As you move through the signs of the fifth dimension, the key is not only to recognize them, but to integrate them fully into your being. It's about embodying the higher consciousness you've begun to awaken to. Start by aligning your perception with the deeper truths that have revealed themselves to you. Embrace the synchronicities as guidance. Trust your intuition as your soul's compass and embody the oneness you feel with the universe. Integration is about letting go of the old ways of seeing, thinking, and being. As you do this, you step into a new version of yourself, one that is not bound by time, space, or the limitations of the ego. This is the soul's journey towards higher consciousness, where your daily life becomes a reflection of the expansive awareness of the fifth dimension. You are not just a traveler on the path of the fifth dimension, you are becoming it. The signs you've experienced are not random, they are your soul's awakening to a higher state of being. As Carl Jung once said, as soon as anyone is on the verge of a great change, they find themselves more conscious of a deeper pattern of life. You are now attuned to that pattern, where time and space bend, where synchronicity guides you, where intuition leads you, and where oneness is your true nature. Trust in this journey and in the quiet yet profound shifts that continue to unfold. You have already crossed the threshold. Welcome to the fifth dimension, where you are one with all that is. This is Echoes of Psyche, where we explore the mysteries of consciousness, the timeless dance of the soul, and the wisdom within,